Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Gene Curl, and this is a series I'm doing where I'm reading my mission journal that I kept when I was a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I believe this is the 25th episode. I could be wrong, but I'm going to start off reading where I left off on the last episode. Friday, November 21st, 2003. Mostly clear, very light rain in the morning, windy and hot. We planned at the park for a while and then went to Liquid Glass Surf and stayed for over an hour. I did not at all want to go there, but I made the best of it. Brother Jay told me that when I go home that I need to have more fun and leave work at work and not be a slave to my job. He also told me that I need to leave my comfort zone so I can grow. He wants me to make time for myself and send him a picture of myself looking somehow different than what I do now. Everyone has been telling me the same thing for when I go home. Loosen up, have fun, and leave my comfort zone. On the way back to the pad, Elder J asked me what I am going to do for my hump day, so I told him that I likely would not do anything special. So he again asked what I am going to do for my hump day. So this time I said that I did not know what I will do, but I will think of something. We left the pad after lunch a little late, as usual. Everyone thinks that I'm going to be district leader next transfer. I don't really think that I will be, but I am still a little worried because I don't think that I am ready to be a district leader yet. It does not matter to me what everyone says. I know that Elder P will be district leader. After lunch, we visited a few people and tried to follow up on some, but did not catch many people home. We met Stacy at our place at 1900 and went to dinner at Chili's. The waitress kept hitting on Stacy, so I just laughed at him and told him that it gets even for him giving me a hard time about the other waitresses flirting with me last time we went after dinner. After dinner, we went up to the steak center to see how many people came to the singles dinner, and I mentioned just joking that it was too bad that we did not have a potato to stick in the zone leader's tailpipe. So Elder J had Stacy to take us back to the pad to get a potato. Luckily, when we got back to the steak center, the zone leaders were already gone. President told Elder P that he was going to be district leader, which did not surprise me because I thought for the whole transfer that he would be the district leader. Saturday, November 22nd, 2003. Mostly clear and hot, light wind, light sprinkles early in the day. We planned at the park for a while and then went to the P family. Elder J fixed the mirror on Emilio's truck. We were not supposed to do service on Saturdays, but since it was something that he really needed to drive, it's okay. We went to the P's house to take pictures with them, but they were not home, so we went to the W family. They talked me into singing karaoke, so I sang Star Spangled Banner. Their machine gives you a score based on how well you sang, and it gave me a 95. Elder J sang a few unapproved songs. Brother W. Jr. gave us a ride to our next appointment, and we followed up with Belle, a lady that Elder G and I tracked it into, and she told us that she is not interested in learning more. We walked to the P family and took pictures, and then walked to the pad and ate dinner, or lunch. We tried to see a few other people and then went to the W family to take pictures, but almost everyone forgot about us and dug out. They asked us to watch a home movie their cousins made. I don't think that we should have watched it because it was like a low-budget movie. Transfer calls came around 21:10. Elder J is the only one on our pad leaving, and he is going off island. Sunday, November 23rd, 2003. Mostly clear and hot with light wind. It rained ever so lightly in the evening today. Today was the first Sunday I can remember where I have been able to have a devotional since I left Waianae. We went to Steak Center at 10 a.m. Brother V gave us a ride to his house, and we talked for a while, and then went to the bishop's house for dinner. I shared the dinner message on the farmer's son and the cow. We actually saw Brother V after dinner. He gave us a ride to our house, and then we walked to the B family's house. We visited the H family so Elder J could say bye, and then went to see the W family. Somehow we managed to get them all together for a picture. We walked to the P family and met the bishop and the young men there. The bishop gave us a ride home, and we were about 10 minutes late. Monday, November 24th, 2003. Clear and hot, light wind. I wrote my letters today. We ended preparation day at 1400 so Elder J could tell everyone goodbye. We visited Stacy, the J family, the S family, and Jason. We had dinner with the K family. Jason gave us a ride home. We had an appointment to teach Cecilia the fifth discussion, but she worked so late that she had to cancel. Both Brother J and Jason wants to play a trick on the new missionary. Brother J wants to pretend he's born again and give the new missionary a hard time. Tuesday, November 25th, 2003. Mostly clear all day and windy, hot. It rained pretty heavy late last night, around 2000. It rained late last night. It rained pretty hard around 2000 tonight. Elder P came and picked up Elder J at 5 a.m. to take him to the airport. After devotional, while we waited for my new companion, I worked on my bike. Elder P showed up at 10 with Elder L, my new companion, and Elder B, his new companion. Elder L unpacked, and we short planned, and then we went to introduce Elder L to the ward. We met the bishop, Sister S, Sister V, and the bishop before lunch. We ate lunch at the pad, and then we went to see Brother O, the H family, the C family, the K family, and tried to follow up on a few people. Emilio took us to Wendy's for dinner, and I shared the Indian message. We visited the T family just before dinner. We visited Brother S, and I asked him if there was anyone he would like us to go see, so he told us to visit the D family and the M family. The D family were not home, but we visited the M family, and I shared the message of the King's Road. We went to see the T family, and then I thought we should see the K family, but I remembered Brother K's serious lack of patriotism and decided to go when I'm not wearing a patriotic tie. So we visited the F family and set up an appointment to watch Joy to the World. We visited Sister M and Cecilia and asked them if it would be okay to have them over to the K family for the lesson on Monday. We ended our night with a visit to the P family. We had a night plan tonight. I was happy because it was the first real night plan I had since Elder G. I received a letter from Sister F and from my mother, and a letter from my mother's ward. I was happy that we were able to ride bikes today. Elder L and I accomplished more in one day than Elder J and I did in a week. Elder L said he hates to cruise, and that's good. Wednesday, November 26, 2003. Clear, hot, windy. We rode with Elder P and Elder G to district meeting. Elder S and Elder P gave good trainings. After district meeting, Elder L and I tracted for an hour and taught a young lady named Keisha, and then ate lunch at our pad. I received a letter from Liz. We cut Sister M's lawn after lunch. Actually, I cut Sister M's lawn while Elder L tried to figure out the bishop's weed whacker. We brought the stuff back to the bishop without weed whacking. When we came back to the pad to change, I had to fix a flat on Elder L's bike. We ate dinner at KFC because Sister P prepaid for us. After dinner, we tried to visit the L family, but they were not home, so we went to see the K family to set up an appointment to watch the video Joy to the World. We set up an appointment with the F family to teach the son. We talked with the lady at the bus stop for a while and then got her name and phone number to set an appointment with her. We visited Jason for about 30 minutes. We tried to stay busy, but the rest of the night, it was hard. I wanted to see how fast I could make a turn. To make it, I had to lean so far that my pedal touched the ground. I am so glad that Elder L does not like to cruise. Also, he likes a lot of the same things that I like to do, such as he likes a lot of the same movies, so there won't be any problems on Christmas. If things keep going like they are now, this will be a great transfer for Elder L and I, as well as the area. Thursday, November 27, 2003, Thanksgiving Day. Mostly clear. We are not allowed to do much proselyting today, besides it would be severely ineffective, so President let everyone play board games and write the letters. But we are not to do laundry or play outside, go out of our whites, or do any other P-Day stuff. I wrote Sister F, I wrote Liz, and a bunch of other people. All four of us played Risk. The game lasted for 4 hours. Around 3, Elder L and I rode down to Sister B and stayed for a few minutes, and then went to Jason's for a few. We did not know what else to do, so we took the scenic route home. Brother O picked us up at 1750 and brought us to the C family. The O and the C family had dinner together because they are both small families. The dinner was great. Brother C and Brother O were both very funny tonight. The O family gave us a ride home. We got along great, but Elder L is by far the strangest companion that I have had. He has a couple of stuffed animals and is really into Star Wars and likes to watch love stories. He also does a few other strange things that I won't mention. Friday, November 28, 2003. Mostly clear and hot with light wind, light rain after dark. We spent most of the day visiting single dames and part-member families. Sister F told us that she had to cancel her appointment with her because on Wednesday night, on their way to the apartment complex, a car with the 10 men in it was following them. When Sister F's boyfriend got out of the car, all 10 guys jumped him because they thought he was driving too slow. They almost beat him to death and broke a Jack Daniels bottle over his head and left him for dead. The kids were in the car when it happened. He is currently in the intensive care unit at St. Francis Hospital, or Queens, one of the two. Brother O set up an appointment with us to teach him. Sister M, the primary president, gave us a lot of people to go see, and we visited most of them today. We went to the park to see if Missy was there because I taught her a while back. We found her and she told us that she is not interested in learning anymore. A bunch of the kids started to grab pass-along cards out of my pocket. All of the kids, 14 to 17-year-old, smelled like alcohol, and one of the kids asked Elder L if he was lesbian, so he said yes, and then he told them that a lesbian is someone who likes P better than D. When we left, I told him that I can't believe he said that. I really wish he'd kept his mouth shut. We had dinner with the H family. Elder L shared the dinner message. After dinner, we had a hard time finding anyone awake. We visited the W family and helped them with their Christmas lights. Saturday, November 29, 2003. Overcast all day, light rain off and on. We went windy and warm. We visited inactive families until 11, and then we tracted until 12, and then visited inactives until lunch. We did not teach anyone while tracting, but we did talk to a man from another church who prayed for us that we will find the truth. If he only knew what he turned away. After lunch, we tried to see a few people and then went to the K family to show them Joy to the World, but I accidentally left the video at our pad, so Brother K gave us ready to get it. It took a while to get the VCR set up because they would not let me do it. As soon as they let me, I got it hooked up. After the video, the K family said they missed church and want to come back. We tried to find stuff to do for a while, and then we met Elder P and Elder G at our pad at around 1800 and went with them to dinner at the M family. And like always, there was a lot of laughs. The rest of the night, we would TI people and try to stay busy. I received a letter from my grandmother. She told me that Joan was discharged from the army for being sick too often and too long, and that she is coming home for Christmas. She also sent me stamps. I really want to talk about Jones situation with her when I call home. Sunday, November 30th, 2003. Cloudy, rain with light wind, hot. Brother T picked us up for PEC this morning. The H family all gave talks in sacrament, all of which were very good. Sister H's talk was on the true meaning of Christmas. Part of her talk was about the elder who just moved into a ward and volunteered to be Santa and to go to the house in the ward to find out what the children want for Christmas. But he was very skinny, so his wife stuffed the suit after he put it on. To make a long story short, he found the true meaning of Christmas, helped the family and helped the family he visited find it, and brought his Santa driver back into the church to later become the Elders Quorum president. When I heard her talk, I thought about how great it would be to help others out at this time of year, and I decided that when I get home, I will do my best to have an experience like that. I always enjoyed bringing joy to the people in the assisted living retirement home at the hospital before my mission. After church, we went to the V family's home to bless his brother's car and sister's car. He gave us a ride to our pad, and we ate lunch at the pad, and then Elder L had a headache, so I worked on my training for district meeting. I had a very hard time thinking of effective things to do, and even then we only caught a few people home. Every time I saw Christmas lights, I would slow down and look at them. While riding through the park, I slid, and when I wrecked, I pulled something in my arm, and it hurt to do my arm signals. We had dinner at the Tate family's home. Brother T embarrassed Sister T. I took their family picture with their camera and then one with mine. I shared the dinner message on the man and his son who loved art, and the rest of the night was pretty less effective. We came home at 2000 for a night/week plan and companionship inventory. It rained almost all day. Monday, December 1st, 2003. Cloudy, hard rain almost all day. Light wind, warm. Elder L woke me up early this morning by yelling into his sleep. Later he told me that he dreamed he rode his bike into a river. I got up about 4:30, just after Elder L woke me up, and started my laundry and started writing. We planned on having devotional at 5:30, so we could go fishing early. I thought Elder P and Elder G were still dressing, but then I heard them reading the white handbook, so I went in to join them. Elder P acted like he did not want me to be there and said I would be disobedient if I joined because I did not get in on time for the scripture. I don't think it should matter. I told him that Elder L and I would recite after devotional, but he still would not let us, so Elder L went back to bed. After I wrote Christmas cards, Elder P and Elder G fished until 9 or so, and Elder L and I had devotional at 7. I cleaned the kitchen, Elder P cleaned the bathroom, and Elder G vacuumed. When we went shopping, I bought a CD player and some Christmas CDs. Elder L and I played Risk, and I kicked his trash. Elder P tried to bring this morning devotional up again, but even though I was mad because he did not let me go fishing this morning, I decided to be the bigger man and let it go. I received a letter from Mom and a letter from Heidi. Elder L and I went to our 1800 appointment with AJ, but he was not home. We rode around trying to see people for a while and then went to find out if Alex had talked to his friend lately about the church, and Sister P found us dinner. I shared the message on the bishop and the hay. We went to our appointment with Cecilia, and we were supposed to teach her at the K family's house, but Summer was sick, and Cecilia would not have a lesson without her. We watched Joy to the World with the K family. We spent the rest of the night We spent the rest of the night riding around and trying to find stuff to do. One guy that I tried to give a pass-along card to said he hated the church because we asked him to do too much. Another elder had taught him, and when he tried to commit him to come to church, the man got mad and ran him off. He also said he never wants us to come to his house and asked why we are not more like the Jehovah's Witnesses. He must be an inactive Jehovah's Witness because you would have to be a Jehovah's Witness to think other churches should be like them. I know that I really should not think about it now, but I was thinking about next year I will be home before the Christmas dance at the Institute, and I was thinking that I most definitely want to go, and I was thinking about who I could ask to go with me. If she is still available, I will ask Heather, and if she is not, I'll try Liz, if she is available, or Catherine. I have never thought much about Catherine, though I think a lot of her, but I might have overlooked someone with real potential. Never know, perhaps I'll have to ask her out and give her a chance when I get home. Thursday, December 2nd, 2003. Clear, windy, warm. We planned for a few minutes at the park and then tracted Holla Street and taught a guy named Mike the first discussion. He is not sure if he believes in God or not. And then we tracted Acola Street, but did not find anyone to teach. We tried to follow up on some people, but could not catch them at home. By the time the day was over, I had almost been hit by a car 3 times, and none of them would be my fault. We had lunch at the pad at 1300, and then tried to visit some inactive families or part member families. Around 1500, I decided that I should bring the fishing supplies that I borrowed back to Brother M, so we rode back to the pad, got the stuff, and rode to his house, and gave it to Sister M. We had a very hard time finding stuff to do until our appointment with the O family. We set up an appointment with the K family and stopped by to check up on Sister B because she had not been to church since Brother B left for Afghanistan a month ago. She told me that she had been in Utah. When we showed up for our appointment at 1800 with the O family, the apart member family, they were not there. We came back at 1830 and set up an appointment for next week. We rode around and looked at Christmas lights until our next appointment, trying to think of something to do. At 1900, we came to our appointment with the L family, but they were not there. We visited Brother K for a while, and then he fed us dessert. We went to the W family and helped John with the Christmas lights for a while, and then ate dinner with the family. Well, when Elder L sweats, he smells almost as bad as Elder W did, but it is okay, I'll overlook the smell. Wednesday, December 3rd, 2003. Mostly clear, rain before light, windy and hot. I gave a training this morning in district meeting called A River Runs Through It, about finding through our own efforts. It did not go as well as I would have liked because I was the only one in the district who fly fishes, so a few things no one knew what I was talking about. After district meeting, Elder P and Elder G first took Elder L to send his packages and then Kmart so I could exchange my CD player for a CD player with a tape deck. We ate lunch at the pad. After lunch, Elder L and I followed up on a few people and then tried to visit inactive people, and a few of the ones we found home were really rude. I have been trying to catch Sister H home since I have been here, so today we caught her home, but she was on the phone. So Aloha, her daughter, told us to come back for dinner. We had an appointment to have a family home evening with Jason and Tiffany, but Jason had to work, so we set up for another time. We visited Sister S for a few and then went to our appointment with the F family. Brother F had no idea that his sister had set up the appointment for him, so we set up an appointment for another time. At dinner with the H family, we found out that the mother has no testimony and 2 of the sons are not baptized, and the boyfriend of P. Aloha is not a member, so he taught an awesome first and committed the whole family to read the Book of Mormon and pray about it, and also to meet with us again on Sunday. The mother is a little off the beaten path because she has choke concerns about the church and has been to all the churches that does not believe in Christ. However, she does want the kids to believe in church. Thursday, December 4th, 2003. My 1 year mark. Mostly clear, light sprinkles, strong wind. It really does not seem like it, but I have been gone from home for a whole year. At times it was hard, at times it was easy, but it has always been worth it. And I look forward to my next year in Hawaii, Honolulu mission. I like Elder L pretty well so far, even if he is a little strange. He has a pretty hard time keeping up with me on the bike, but that's okay. After all, this is his first bike area. This morning we did a lot of follow-up appointments, actually surprise visits, and finally set up another appointment with the L family. We tracked it for an hour, but did not catch anyone home. We tried to follow up on some more people after tracking without much luck. From about 15:30 to 16:30, we went through the area book looking for people to visit and calling people. We visited and tried to visit some of our old investigators. We stopped by to see Brother M to have him get the H boys in scouting. We had dinner with the F family. During dinner, Elder L spilled water all over the place and on me. While we waited for dinner, which was pizza, to arrive, we watched Joy to the World. We tried to visit a few people and took a few pictures of Christmas lights, and then we went to Safeway parking lot to give out pass-along cards. And a member gave me $20 for Elder L and I to use for lunch. Elder L bought me lunch today because it is my hump day, so I bought some sparkling grape and peach juice to celebrate my 1 year mark. Everyone tells me that the second half of my mission will go faster than the first half. Sometimes it seems like it would be great, and at other times I don't want my mission to end. I really just want to make sure that I serve my mission in the way the Lord would have me serve it. And I am extremely grateful for the chance to serve my mission. I want to be able to look back on my mission and not have any regrets. So far I'm doing okay in that regard. Well, that's it for this episode. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to comment down below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.